people screaming in your ear. I was gonna say screaming in your face, but no, not that close yet. But when that technology finally exists, we'll definitely be doing that. I cannot wait to be able to yell at you guys' faces because you guys deserve it. You pieces of shit. No, I'm just playing. Anyways, hi guys, how you doing? I'm back again. This will be the last day I'm doing the plaid thing. I just didn't want to, wash my clothes. So I'm wearing the same thing. But it's all good, dude. I wore the same thing a lot last time too, but it was usually just a black shirt, so I could actually lie about it. You know a shirt that's not gonna make a return though? Definitely that pink shirt. I was looking for stuff to wear today, and I grabbed that pink shirt, and I was like, huh! And I like almost threw up on it because it's disgusting. But Jen, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm just waiting for my stuff to ship from Yes Style that still isn't here.
Yes Style?
Mm-hmm.
I never heard of Yes Style. What did they do? Is it like some really super duper expensive shit, whatever the fuck, or is it like, like makes your booty cheeks come out your pants and all that stuff?
Well,
Uh,
it's a website that mostly sells Korean skincare, Korean clothing stuff, beauty stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
but no, Mauricio says, but Father, when can I be on my own? Get in the meta stream. Wait, who's done that? But Father, when can I be on my own? What?
Sorry, what the fuck
That's
did I walk into?
No, Mauricio in
that's
the
from
chat.
that new Pinocchio movie.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
God.
Fuck that, I'm good.
Jesus, but I like that. Like, I can get in the meta
Ooh.
stream.
My hair looks fucking terrible. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, it does. Your hair looks awful. I wish I could just slap the fuck out you.
Ugh, I hate my hair today. Holy shit.
Yeah, how are you just shocked right now about it?
I don't. That's a good fucking question. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
that was so legitimate, dude. By the way, like we're not trying to do like a bit here. That was really an Alan Nick Diaz special. So, anyways, I want to just apologize really quick to everybody. I apologize to Jen and
Fair enough, I
Alan
guess.
and after the show last night. But I just want to say that, yeah, man, last night I got pissed off. My internet literally pooped at the end of the stream while we were trying to end. And then, lots of stuff happening with XSplit. Then I got confused with some things that I fucked up with Jet's list and everything. And then Corey, the first time ever, he was early. It was just, it was so much stuff. He's actually early again today, too, so we'll have to see what the fuck's going on. You know what I'm saying? Are you still upset about your bad hair day, dude?
No, it's weird. I don't like how my hair looks. It's weird.
Why do you think? What do you think has led to this bad hair? Did you cream rinse it or conditioner all that stuff?
No, I think what it is the mousse that I put in my hair didn't. Usually, by the time I get home, it's done. My hair just goes back to being kind of flat and malleable. Now it just looks fucking weird up here. I don't know.
But
Don't like
nothing
it.
changed this particular day as opposed to all the other days.
No, for some fucking usually it's fine. I just do a little comb, do a little shift, and we're good to
So
go.
really quick, I'm not even gonna make a joke. You can just say no if you don't want to answer. But I am gonna ask a personal question. Have you when was the last time you showered?
Uh, well, I took too long to fucking answer. We're
Well, no, you don't
Wednesday,
have to
right?
answer. We can just I'll move on. I was just asking.
So Monday.
Okay, yeah, you guys shower every day if you want the hair to poof, like be poofy or not poof, but you know
Wait,
what I mean.
did you mean like showers and wash your body or showers and wash your hair?
Wash my hair. Wash my hair was Friday. Due for a wash.
Wait, well, yeah, that's why it's messed up. I think.
No, because okay, so Jed knows this, but basically, been getting more and more into just learning how to get my hair to be somewhat decent. Apparently, washing hair every day is actually really fucking bad for it,
Well,
especially when you have long hair.
it's really bad to a certain extent, but you should at least like kind of wet it or do something with it, like when you're a guy, and plus like you're out there, you're sweating, you're blah blah. I don't know. For me, my hair looks greasy and almost thin if I go like 2 days without whatever because I'm always walking outside,
Yeah.
I'm working out, I'm sweating. I got these headphones on, they're on tight, so it's always sweating my hair. So like I have to do at least a little bit of shampoo, wet it, and then definitely condition it. I need to condition it. If not, I gotta do some kind of leave-in conditioner.
Yeah, I
But
think
that's
that's
like a
what's
daily
screwing
thing.
me up today. I didn't. It's been a while since I actually washed my hair. Well, a little bit longer. I think 4 days is 3 to 4 days is a good amount. But it's just been just trying to play around with just new stuff because again, I want to keep my hair long. I like having my hair long, and just trying to balance between there's a lot of shit that I'm learning that is very just kind of like it is just so above my head. But I think I'm starting to figure out. But just today I don't like how it looks.
Yeah.
I
Well,
You
can't
haven't
really.
showered? You haven't showered since Monday?
Look, no matter what I was gonna say, I was gonna get that question.
I'm not even.
Look, it's fine. You asked the question. I could have stopped you, but I feel like I knew what you were gonna ask.
Yeah. No. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Jay, you got your answer, I guess. Like, you know, but like, I just, I don't know. There's something just got back from Last Says it's a high matinee. I'm gonna be honest, that's only because you're a cinephile type person. I'm not using that as an insult this time. I swear to God, I promise, Mauricio. But that movie looks like complete and utter bullshit. There's no fucking way I would like that movie. But if
That
you say
movie
it's a high
looks
matinee,
fucking terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That movie looks fucking awful.
no, remember those really bad rom-coms where like, you know, the celebrities want to go on a vacation, so it's like, oh, this, you know, crazy
Adam
wacky
Sandler's still making
hijinks.
movies.
Yeah, I hate that era of movies, dude. I mean, because they do it all the time. They've always done it. But like, there was a certain particular time where they had a budget all of a sudden, and it was always like, what was that one? Something Saddle, or like, oh god damn it,
Not Blazing Saddles.
not Blazing Saddles, no. But it's like something. Oh, it's like on the tip of my fucking stupid tongue. Somebody in your chat will say it, but like, Up Shit Creek Without a Paddle. But I think it's called Without a Paddle.
Oh, Without a Paddle. Yeah, yeah,
Without
it's
a
Without a Paddle. Is that really a rom-com?
I could have sworn it was. I could be wrong.
No, because it's like Seth Green and his dumbass friends.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what the Without a Paddle. I remember that movie. That
Lots of people
I mean,
remember Seth Green, by the way, for things he's done. I don't. I keep forgetting every time I see him.
No,
like,
because
oh,
all
yeah.
of his okay, Robot Chicken, great. Voice acting because he was a Joker in Mass Effect series, great. Every live action thing he's ever done has been the most biggest piece of shit that's ever been made.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about him to know any of that, whether you're right or wrong, so I won't argue. But at the same time, I just feel like whether even if, like, I know Robot Chicken, but it's like I remember Robot Chicken for Robot Chicken shit. I don't go there and be like, look at the genius of Seth Green. I'm just like, no, let's look at the shit that he's done. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Just saying it's
I'm
not.
surprised you guys. I'm surprised you guys didn't say Chris from Family Guy.
I
Is he
forgot.
on there?
Yeah, I
Yeah, he
forgot.
plays. Yeah, he plays Chris, the son, the blonde-haired son.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to ask you, who's Chris, the dog? Like, I was literally about to ask you the dogs. That's Brian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Stewie's a baby, and then Ganja's the main dad. No, sorry, I'm joking.
Kind of.
No, he's not. I won't do that because then I know he's gonna fucking be mad when he watches this or whatever, and be like, "Oh,
I mean,
you're
he
trying
might
to say
agree
I'm
with
fat."
you, honestly.
I mean, Ganja's who?
Peter Griffin.
If you would have said Quagmire, I'm like, bro, probably.
Yes,
Quagmire, yeah,
Quagmire, yes,
yeah.
absolutely, Quagmire, yes. Wow, that was a better joke than I had, and she's accurate.
Plus, I don't think God has ever had the whole "oh, what are you calling me fat" like thing. That's a you thing.
No, I remember one time. So I was on a call with him, Roxy, and Jet, and we were talking about like just how lucky we are to have like such beautiful girlfriends, blah blah. And I have this problem where I bring everybody down with me in my awful like whatever, and I was like, yeah, actually, and not to do it again on the show right now.
Oh God, here we
But
go.
by Alan, I brought you down
Oh.
too. Because I remember, and I'm not saying that Alan was asking us for stuff. Sometimes me and Ganja just like to relay information to help him out because we think he's lonely or whatever the fuck. So I was like, Alan, like all you gotta do is just like have like a bigger personality and stuff. Like for instance, like you're a good-looking guy, Alan, but you look at me and Ganja, we're two fat fucks that got beautiful girlfriends, and Ganja's like, I'm not even part of this conversation. Like, why did you have to call me a fat fuck? Like, why did you have to insult me? I'm not even talking. And like. You know, and then on top of it too, I'm like, Roxy doesn't care, and she's like, yeah, I do. And then like, I'm like talking for Jen, talking for Roxy, and all this shit. And I'm just kind of like, you know what? Next time, I'm just gonna
Hey,
shut the fuck
you do
up.
that sometimes. I'm real. You do that sometimes.
Yeah. So my bad. I'm sorry. Or I don't know. Ganja, not even watching. He's out there getting his dick sucked or smoking weed or something.
Honestly, that's probably the case.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But anyways, guys, speaking of getting our dick sucked, we're gonna suck some video game dicks. Because talking about this topic, I feel like the moment has now gone, because we did this yesterday because of Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li, that being the bad movie roast for the guys from Double Toasted. And today we're going to continue it because I fucked everything up yesterday, so we're going to see if we can get through the second half. We're going to talk about the worst movies now. Yesterday was best movies. Tonight's going to be the worst video game movies in our personal opinion. Each one of us will have a different opinion.
No, some of these are fact. I'll be real. Some of these are fact.
No, it's not. No,
Yeah,
because we differ too much, as well as the fact that I think sometimes, just like you think of me, sometimes I think you missed the point completely. We already had an argument yesterday about Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Like,
That movie sucked.
I
I don't know how you like it. It doesn't do anything.
That's the thing. You don't know how I like it. That means something's not in there. Your brain.
Gee, I don't fucking know. Let me eat a
maybe
bunch
as a
of
baby, you're
potatoes.
just like, blah, 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 and it was like,
I don't know. Let me watch a bunch of fucking shitty wrestling and eat some potatoes and go from there.
So you guys find the correlation to that, just go in there, rewind it, play it back, put it in slow motion, because I don't understand what the fuck is.
Put
So
that
anyways.
thing down, flip it in reverse.
You just become Missy Elliott halfway through.
Yeah, dude. But no, so we're gonna get into these right away, and here we go with our number 3. This is Jet's least favorite video game movies.
That's fair.
This made me laugh so much when I read it. But Jet, explain yourself. Number
Does
3.
she have to?
Any Resident Evil movie. Well, no, she answered to me because I'm gonna be honest. I feel a little bit betrayed by this. She knows I'm a Resident Evil fucking geek. She knows that she should be watching more of these movies, but she wants to be a jerk. Jet, why Resident Evil 3 made it on your 3rd least favorite video game movie? Any of the Resident Evils, essentially.
I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. These are dog shit. And not only that, I don't remember which fucking one I saw because they all blend together and they're all dog shit.
They do not blend together.
No, she's right. I legitimately forgot I didn't see one. I went from 4 to the final chapter, forgot that I saw the one in between, and really lost nothing.
Wait, hold on. Did you see Logan in Raccoon City?
Yes.
Okay. I was making sure, because, like, if you didn't see one of the other ones from before, and then you're, like, talking shit about Resident Evil, you're just doing that typical asshole, like, nerd journalist thing where you're just like, oh, the popular opinion is showing Resident Evil, so
what do you mean? I like Resident Evil, not as much as you. I don't think anyone does, because you justify these fucking movies. But like, Jen is right. Like, these movies are incredibly forgettable. In fact, the titles don't really help me figure out what movie's what. I just go, which one was in the desert? Which one was kind of in the city? Which one was like in the, like, I guess the first one, I don't even know if it had a subtitle or not, which is called Resident Evil. It's like, you just have to figure out the location. The titles mean fucking
But
nothing.
your lack of attention to detail is not the movie's fault. Like,
It's the movie's fault. Yes, it is, actually.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
How so? How is your stupidity not knowing, like,
The
what
title
movies
of
are
the
called?
movie has almost no bearing on the rest of the movie.
No, only on the 4th and 5th one.
And the third one, whatever the fuck that was.
No, that's
called.
called Extinction. Everyone else has called Extinction. And the whole point of the movie,
Everyone?
yes, because the whole point of the movie is about that they are extinct. Humans are extinct because the entire world turns into that big brown moldy fucking globe thing because a virus killed everybody. And they're trying to repopulate the land with Mila Djokovic clones. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, the movie starts off saying that. Like, I mean, they shoehorn the word extinction. And Resident Evil 2 Apocalypse, it's like, yeah, that's when the movie, you know, they're in the city, and, like, the reason why the word apocalypse is in there is because this is how this all starts. That's how the virus spreads and takes over the entire world. And the thing is, Jed, is that I gotta talk shit to you a little bit. You know, not too much, 'cause I'm scared of you. But, like, you know, you talk about describe about the Resident Evil franchise, but you haven't even watched Welcome to Raccoon City.
You're literally showing it on screen right now, and I don't know which one this is.
No, because you haven't
This is
seen
a
this
new
one.
one.
You fought me on this. You didn't want to watch it. I want you to see. You would.
You know what? Never mind. I'm pretty sure I saw that one. It's probably like the third one you showed me.
And by the way, you
Looks the
get
same.
skinny me, as Mauricio keeps saying and Ryan keeps saying. You get skinny me.
Yeah, kind of.
And he's
Oh,
a
there's more of a reason for you to watch Victorious because that is the dude from Victorious.
is he?
I
Yeah.
don't know which dude, honestly. I
Oh
don't know
my
what picture
god,
it
that's
says.
awful.
But Nick, Nick, I'm sorry. I don't understand why you like the new Resident Evil. It's 10% Resident Evil 1 and 10% Resident Evil 2, but really does them both extremely poorly. It's a movie that feels like
No,
the
but see,
pilot to a
this is
TV
where
show.
you and I will always disagree as far as how we review things, whatever. Because you're saying like they do it poorly, but that's not like you just said a subjective term to explain what's wrong with it, and it's not. That doesn't make sense. Like how?
Okay, well, I
poorly?
started off with saying it's 10% of 2 games and doesn't do either of them any justification. Leon's characterization is done explicitly.
You haven't
through
played
other people
Resident Evil 1,
yelling at him.
right?
No, I've not played Resident
So
Evil 1.
you
but I
wouldn't
played-
know. So you literally wouldn't know. You got
I
this
have played
information from a
Resident
review
Evil
you
2,
probably read or watched. You're
No,
talking
you're assuming that I'm taking someone else's opinion and making my own.
But
I saw the
how can
movie
you say it's 10% of a game that you never played? How would you know?
because it's 10% of a game I did play, and the rest of the movie is so shallow that it almost has no bearing on the rest of the actual movie. The characterization for everyone on screen is told by yelling from other characters to the extent where the only thing I know about Leon is he's drunk because someone yells at him for being drunk, and he's kind of dumb because someone yells at him for being kind of dumb. Everybody else is just like this. Feels like the amount of characterizations you do to a pilot to a television show versus an actual movie. The stuff gets really rushed through right to the end. Because again, I played Resident Evil 2 very recently. It came out.
Well,
like
you
2
played
years
the
ago,
remake.
fucking remake. The remake, yeah. I've seen enough of Resident Evil 2 before the remake even existed to know it's like, yeah, they're getting through most of what was going on. But the problem is, it felt so fast. I felt like I gained absolutely nothing. And it's not a situation, oh, they're going to do the third one that's going to be more of 2. It's like, no, 2 is done by the end of this movie.
Well, either way, we're kind of stomping all over Jet's ground here as far as her list and everything. So I mean, we'll argue about that when we're done with the list. Whatever.
I mean, y'all got more to say about these fucking shitty movies than I do. Like I said, all these you made me watch 3 of these, almost 4, because you made me try to watch like that animated one that was on Netflix or whatever. That was trash. No, I actually have you pay me for even attempting to have me watch that.
Are you gonna defend Resident Evil Degeneration? What was that fucking called?
No, the new one was Infinite Darkness. That sucked.
Infinite Darkness. There we go.
Yeah, see, but that's the thing. Like, I don't just defend it just because I defend it. Like, no, I defend it when it's actually worth something. You obviously, because you changed your tune just in the last 3 minutes. Like, you says 10% of one is 10% of two, but you gotta like you change it where it's like, okay, well it's 10% of two, but it's like. What's the rest of the 8%? All just creative shit? No, there's no way that this movie has 8% of creativity in its bone, and it'd be too much of a compliment to say it does.
I never said that it was creativity in any way, shape, or form. I'm saying what the movie is. It's like you did, by the way, but yeah. You just said that what is the 80% creativity? It's like no, that was no. I don't think this movie's creative at all.
Then what's the other 80%? If it's
the other 80% is like it stretches the 10%. It takes the 10% from the game.
Holy
and stretches
fuck!
it
Give
over
him
the
a
course.
calculator. Like what?
Okay,
it's not 10%. It's stretched. Well, like that would mean it's more 10. It's more percent than 10. Genius. Like what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my god, Nick. Let me finish the point, please. Like it's 10%
okay,
of the video games.
Let's not get shitty. You've been interrupting me fucking 5 times and interrupted it. This is not even our part right here. Like how are you gonna tell me to not interrupt you? Good lord. Wow. Why is this happening every time?
I'm just here to say that all these movies, cause divides between people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
These movies cause divides and arguments. And they're trash.
I know. Yesterday I was mad. I'm not even mad today. I'm just like, man, video games bring out the worst in this guy, man. Jesus.
Oh, you made your point, Nick. Like, let's go.
Okay. Fucking so mad. Next one. If it'll let me, it's not moving on. Okay, there we go. Second on Jet's list for least favorite video game movie, Monster Hunter. Go ahead and take it away, Jet. Why is that the case for you? And was there any expectations you had before we watched this?
No, I actually didn't want to watch this movie at all, but you made me.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, Monster Hunter is your genre, like, or your
it is my genre, and the thing is, I'm tired of this fucking bitch like going into fucking video game movies and then fucking destroying them. I mean, that's it. Like, it's getting to a point whenever I see her even attached to a fucking movie, I already get mad, and the fact that she did one of my favorite video game franchises, I'm just like, Mila is such a bitch. What the fuck her name is? She makes me so fucking mad. Literally every time. Mila's such a bitch. I'm tired of her, and whoever keeps giving her these fucking parts in these video game movies, she's not a good actress in these fucking movies. Stop putting her in all these fucking goddamn movies. The second she was even cast for this movie, it is already just like, okay, it's done. It's done. It's gonna be absolute dog shit, and I hated every fucking second of this movie. The beginning makes no fucking goddamn sense. They've never done that in a Monster Hunter movie. Never brought the fucking military in like this. Why do it now? They could have wrote the fucking Monster Hunter universe in a fucking movie so many different ways that actually make sense. This was trash.
I mean, I think this movie was trash too, and it pissed me off what they did with it. But at the same time, it's like to say, and I'm not belittling what you're saying, but it's just like. There was no way they're gonna do this like the game. It's a movie. It's an hour and a half long. How the fuck can you
see? Here's the thing. Like every single one of the Monster Hunter movies literally has a pretty straightforward like story. They're literally so generic and so like easy to get through. How the fuck do you manage to make something so different that it doesn't make any sense? Like you could have literally still followed the video game story, made it completely different, and still worked. They still went with something incredibly different, and also they only used 3 monsters in there. Trash.
Yeah, and the thing is,
one of them you couldn't even see because it was in a fucking dark ass cave. It's like I can't see shit.
That was very frustrating. Also, too, the fact that they used Rathalos instead of the Rathian or vice versa was like, wait, so you skipped one of the dragons to show like even a slight like a little bit of a dragon like. I thought that was kind of odd because that character could have been like the whole movie. So it was just kind of odd. And then like they also allude to possibly being a sequel to this movie, whatever. And I know that Paul W.S. Anderson, which, you know, we just talked about him as far as Resident Evil movies because he did all those. And it's like, yeah, like this could have been a situation where they could have built another universe, but people already know that he has an issue with these universes and base them all around Mila Djokovic. And I think that that's a huge issue.
I want to fight him.
Yeah, because I hate this movie too. I really do. I will say that the reason why, like, because I mean, spoiler alert, this is on my list too. But it's just like, this would have been so hard. They should have never made it. Should have made a show. This should not have been a movie at all. That's just way too much shit to do. And plus, like the budget, man. Like, how can
Will
you
Mila
afford-
also be starring in that show? Because I wouldn't watch it then either. Trash.
I'm with you there, but I would still give it a chance if it was a show. Even if
No.
she was in there, I'd be like, yeah, fuck it. Let's see.
Trash.
But I guess not. Marissa says, I never
They
played these
literally-
games, but I think I made it without them. What were you saying?
They literally added like 4 characters at the end of this movie for no fucking reason. They didn't do shit. It's just like why even add them then? It's just I feel like that was just a weird callback to the game. It's just like, oh, you can actually play with like fucking multiple people in like such a weird way. It's just like you should introduce these characters way earlier, and then we got stuck with these military people at the beginning of the movie. They get killed off, and then it's just these like just Mila and that dude for like what, a good 40-45 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, then they add the characters at the end. Just like, why? Why even? Oh,
It was pretty
I
bad.
hate it. I hate it so much.
But let's get into your worst or least favorite video game movie of all time. Pow! It's Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li. So
Absolute dog rough gutter trash.
So this might be brought up later on, so I'm not going to say where you're going to see this being brought up later on. But I'm surprised that you actually watched this movie. Now, we watched it in the after hours last week, at least I did, and I had to leave. It was fucking terrible, but I can't necessarily give it a really, really bad rating considering I haven't seen the entire thing. But, yeah, like, I mean, why would you even watch this, Jed? Like, after seeing the 1990s one, why the fuck would you have ever given this a chance?
No, like honestly, I was just in bed one day. I woke up really late, surfing through channels, and then there it was. I literally just watched it on wall channel surfing, and it was trash.
Yeah, no, but this is a pretty bad movie. But Alan, I know that this might be brought up later on. You'll be able to say more about it. But like, any expectations for Street Fighter movies in general, just in the future?
The trash.
Yeah, no, they are. But anyways, yeah, moving on though, we're gonna get into Alan's stuff right now. So let me see and pull this up really quick. Let me remove the last thing, XSplit. Don't be a poo-poo head. And here we go. Number 5 on Alan's least favorite video games of all time, Uncharted. Yeah, a little shocked here, but go ahead, man.
Because as much as this movie's I enjoyed it, it also kind of sucks at some points. Like, I wasn't really digging into really at the end. Mark Wahlberg is continuing his I'm the worst actor in every movie that I'm in, because holy shit, this dude can't act. I don't know I don't know why he got this role, honestly. In no way, shape, or form does he really fit the role of Sully. I don't even like the games that much, and I can tell you that fucking much. But I kind of like Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, but like, it still feels like he's way too young for the story they really wanted to tell. And as much as I enjoyed it, it did feel very like it felt very much like we're just taking the name and we're making our own movie versus we're going to try to be the video games in any way, shape, or form. So I can't sit there and say that's the least worst, because it's still not particularly good. I got a lot of Tomb Raider vibes, and that's a bit higher on my list for a very particular reason, but I got a lot of Tomb Raider vibes. I think this is a little bit better. It's weird. It's almost the same level, but there's a reason I don't like the Tomb Raider reboot a lot more.
Yeah, well, let's move on from this. This was number 5. Now your number 4 is Tomb Raider 2018, right? Because I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. This movie is great for 2/3 of it. It's just the second game where it's taking the most of the story of Lara Croft in the real world before she gets any of the Tomb Raider stuff. It's great. Characterization, different people, characters, everything's fun. And then they're like, we're going to make it like the game now. And the dumbest things I've ever seen. The action sequences all suck. They literally stopped the movie to do a dial puzzle. I'm in the theater belly laughing because she's doing dials and shit. Motherfuckers are just watching her just do puzzles and shit. You can look it up. It is fucking hilarious. It's like it's just dial puzzles for the video game. I'm like, there's no nuance. There's no interesting way. They didn't try to like, what was that movie? Fucking National Treasure it, where they tried to make it cinematic. It's just camera pan back, dialing and jumping and doing that. I'm like, oh my fucking god. Then I'm like, okay, whatever. You had to get the game in at some point. But hey, I play the Tomb Raider game. I know how this game ends. There's actual magic. That actually makes a lot of the island stuff make more sense, and it actually makes it way more terrifying. Nope, we're just getting this like Resident Evil 1. Oh, it's just a virus.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that towards the end.
They spend the entire movie where her dad killed herself for whatever fucking reason, but then it's like, no, he's alive at the end just to die again. I'm like, the fuck was the point of that? You bring him back just to die? It's like, this fucking movie just shits itself at the end. And I'm just like, yo, I don't know if they're ever gonna make a sequel to this fucking movie. It's been 4 years and nothing.
That's the thing. Like, do you have
shit.
hope for the cinematically, like the franchise to move forward a little bit?
I don't even have hope for the video game franchise anymore because they released Shadow of the Tomb Raider and it sucks.
Yeah, dude, I remember you freaking out about that, and then I noticed other people said the same thing too. Be right back, though. Yeah, sorry that this is happening at this point in the show.
That's fine. I'll keep shitting on the fucking Tomb Raider fucking movie. Like, I kind of like what's her face from Ex Machina. That movie's great. She's actually pretty good in this. I legitimately think that they probably want to stick more closely to the video game, but they had no idea how to incorporate the video game, the actual video game stuff, into the movie. So they just kind of ended it very similarly to the other shitty Tomb Raider movie, the fucking Cradle of Life. I don't know why the fuck I remember that. I genuinely enjoyed the first Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie. That was a pretty good movie. They got most of the video game, especially the game at the time. They made it look as iconic as they could. Should have put that on the list somewhere. But this one just felt very just like they were trying their best to get as close as possible, but they didn't really necessarily want to commit, much like the Uncharted movie. That's why they're so close together, because I get the same exact vibes from both those movies, where they're like, we're going to take the video game, but we're going to basically distill it down to its basic core to just still make a movie, because we figured that 90% of the people that watch movies have never fucking even heard of Uncharted. So we're just trying to get the movie people that want to see Tom Holland not be Spider-Man and just see him on screen, and for some fucking reason watch Mark Wahlberg. And for the Tomb Raider reboot, like, hey, she just made Ex Machina, she's a huge fucking name, let's just throw her into this movie.
Yeah, which I completely forgot she was in Ex Machina. That guy's working on something soon too that might be huge. But moving on, we're going to number 3 on Birdman's least favorite video game movies. This is something I can finally agree with, for sure. Super Mario Brothers movie. So glad you brought this up.
I can't believe you've done this.
Look, okay, I want to start this off. But if we ever do favorite bad movies of all time, like favorite, they're terrible, but they're favorite. It goes The Happening, Super Mario Brothers. This is my second favorite bad movie of all time. I've seen this like 5 times at least. I enjoy it from start to finish, but it's fucking terrible if you sit there and try to think of it from a fan of Super Mario Brothers, or even someone that's never heard of Super Mario Brothers. Is the Mario games anything like this? Not in the slightest. This movie is Jurassic Park meets Blade Runner.
Yeah. Surprisingly. And there's something there. If this wasn't Mario, whoever made this movie, I can imagine them making a great movie. That's just weird.
No, whoever made this was on crack.
Do you know who, by the way, or no?
I looked it up one time, but I don't think they ever made anything else. Yeah. They're not like recognizable in any way, shape, or form. But like I remember every single time, I love watching people that have never seen this movie and go, take everything you know and love about Mario, hold it close to your heart, and ask yourself what the fuck they were thinking in every single aspect. For some fucking reason, this movie starts off bad. It starts off with talking dinosaurs in what they say is like 25 million BC Brooklyn. Yeah. For some fucking reason. And then an asteroid hits as Bob Hoskins is narrating saying, what if it created an alternate universe? And it just keeps going. It never stops being bad. Right to the ending of the movie, which has the most hilarious sequence of all time, where Mario just pulls out a bomb and it's like this little fucking spin thing. And it's going down the street, and everyone's just like diving out of the way, and cars are fucking like driving off the road and shit. Because it's like basically a walking nuke, but like it's just fucking terrible from start to finish. So I can't sit there and be like, oh, like the Sonic movie actually tries to incorporate some stuff in the video games, and it's fun as characterization. This is just batshit crazy.
Yeah, man. No, I hate this movie with a fucking passion. I really do. It might be brought up later. What is your defense of this piece of shit, Jet? I mean, you can't tell me that you actually think this movie is not, like, even worse than where he put it on, by the way.
Mario, Luigi, Mario.
I love that scene.
Hey, I mean, I like to have fun.
So do I, but, like, this is a bad Mario movie.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but if I have fun with it, I can't go on my worst.
Oh, man. Moving on. The second least favorite video game movie of Birdman's list, Doom. You know, people don't bring this up enough.
People forget this exists.
Yeah.
And even worse, they thought they liked it. Because I remember watching this back and they going, this movie was awesome. No, I remember the shooting and then The Rock was in it. And like there was that sequence at the end. And we rewatched it recently. I'm like, oh my God, this movie is fucking terrible. But the sequence with the first person is still pretty good at the end of the day. They just stopped the movie to play Doom for like 5 minutes. It's kind of cool. But the acting is all terrible. The characters are all like, I want to say they're one note, but they're so batshit crazy. Like this one kid is just talking about how his parents like sold him for drugs or something. One dude that needs to take a shit half the fucking movie. Carl Urban's in it. The Rock is just kind of being The Rock one of the few times he's evil in a movie.
Yeah.
But
and it's like wrestling type of like heelish shit. Like it's like you're not even like believable as a bad guy now.
Yeah, it ends up just being like it's kind of like it's weird. It has okay moments and you can connect it to the game, but it's just you would watch it. It's not even a fun bad movie. It's mostly boring, except for how bad it is at certain points.
Yeah, they're saying like the only cool thing about it was first person shooter mode at the end. Yeah, that was actually alright.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I still like that. It still holds up.
But let's see what number one is. Birdman's least favorite video game movie of all time is Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li.
Is this a surprise? I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck about subjectivity. This is objectively a bad movie from start to fucking finish. Like this movie doesn't want to know if it wants to have magic or not. So it kind of because sometimes it wants to be grounded, but then sometimes it has random magic that looks terrible. The budget for this movie is either too expensive or too cheap, depending on the scene. It's either super hard R or weird PG. They don't know how to incorporate her moves, outfits, or anything about her character in this fucking movie. And the drop down worst scene in this entire movie that just makes this the worst fucking video game movie ever made is Bison, to make himself more evil, puts his like consciousness into his pregnant wife's belly with his hands in the most like visceral, practical effect way possible in a cave for some fucking reason.
Yeah,
just because he wants to be more evil. It's wild.
Yeah, I saw that scene yesterday. I was getting clips, and I was like, "Wow, what the fuck is this?"
Somebody sat there and said, "Yeah, Street Fighter."
Yeah, dude. And then using Robin So as Ken, you know, I mean, because Robin So he's Liu Kang in the Mortal Kombat 1995 movie.
Oh yeah.
So and then he's in Death Race and a few other things. So the fact that they use him in here as Ken, and then at the end the balls to allude to there's a sequel and Ryu is going to be in it, or Ryu, how you say it, Ryu or Ryu?
I don't know,
Ryu.
man.
Ryu,
yeah.
okay. And I was like, really? Like, you're going to do that? You fucking piece of shit movie. Like, you suck ass. Marie says, my Bit Bounty, the 90s one, and this one in the near future. Okay, what
I
do
will
you do?
fuck you up. I will fuck you up if you make you watch fucking that movie.
Yeah, I'll be mad.
No.
But I would actually like to not only review that movie, but if we do it, it's going to be a long one because there is many reasons why I got shot on that movie and shit the fans of video games around that time. Because the reason why that shit was, the reason why there was even a Legend of Chun-Li and there was a Dragon Ball Evolution and all that other shit is because people lied to themselves pretending they liked that shit. So we'll have to get into that.
Wait, hey, we really like Dragon Ball Z. You're gonna make a movie for us? Yeah, and make one of the worst movies of all time.
Yeah, dude. But like, because that's like Street Fighter, the 1984 one. Well, I'm saying too much already, so I'll just hold it out because believe me, I'll bring it up soon. But yeah, number one, your Street Fighter Legend Chun-Li made the list over here. You hate it, and I don't blame you. Moving on, we're going to mine now, and I'll get through these very, very fast. Firstly, Resident Evil Extinction. Now apparently this is gonna be like part of our argument lore, but like Resident Evil is gonna be a thing that I'm not gonna go back to. Like, oh, let's not bring up Resident Evil around Nick and Alan. But I would just say this very, very quickly. This is the very, very worst Resident Evil, not because of it being like a worser movie or lesser in storytelling or anything. More so than Afterlife and Retribution, because those are way more confusing, way more random, whatever. But they had a theatrical feel to it where there's a reason to go to a movie theater and just watch dumb shit and your popcorn's like when I'm like, oh my god, like there's shit happening on screen. It's like Transformers. Extinction was boring, and also completely with Resident Evil 2 Apocalypse, there's shit they changed around, but they had somewhat of a like direction. Like we're gonna keep it kind of about the games, do our own thing. Mainly Alice, the only thing that's really, really, really that different. But like, yeah, we're gonna kind of do our own thing, but based on the games. With Extinction, they said, "Fuck the games. We are going so far in the future that the games, anything that could have happened in the games, has already happened years in the past because the whole world is over." And it's like you really ran out of ideas. You had to end the world to give your character something interesting to do. That is some of the laziest writing I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
The thing is, it's actually way worse than that because. They actually didn't say, oh, we ran out of ideas. They actually killed any ideas they could have possibly had because you ended the world. You can't do Resident Evil. I can't remember which movies came out. You can't do Resident Evil 4. You can't do Resident Evil 5. I'm pretty sure, or Code Veronica, what was in between because the world's over. So you literally are in a situation where instead of running out of ideas, which happens with any franchise, you're like, no, fuck it. We're cutting off any potential ideas now, and now we're just doing our own thing. Because I think that the only thing I could think of is Wes Anderson was basically getting shat on by all the fans that did not like Resident Evil 2, the movie. So he's like, you know what, fuck you guys, I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah, and this became, I mean, this was an insult. This was like, no, fuck you guys. Either join me on my ride or you can fuck off. And granted, like, yeah, you can enjoy these if you're not a Resident Evil fan. And for those people, I'm not going to insult them. This was a very, after this movie, not this one, but the movies after this, they were really, really fun theater movies. But this one was fucking awful on not only the video game stuff, but the creativity aspect of it, as well as anything theatrical. Because if I watched this on a big screen, I probably would have fell asleep there too. Moving on. Number 5, 1993's Street Fighter. I think it was 93, maybe it was 94. But Street Fighter, the original. So I didn't see Legend
How
Chun-Li.
dare you?
Yeah, I didn't see Legend Chun-Li, but I saw this piece of shit, and I fucking hate this fucking movie. This movie is fucking terrible. If I'd be wasting my time talking about all the fucking things, that's why I told Mauricio that if he comes in here and he essentially gives us a bid bounty to watch these again, I'm not just doing a review. I'm gonna do an hour long. You know how I keep like hyping up, like if we ever do a Terminator 2 review or whatever? Same amount of effort, except I'm talking shit about Street Fighter and the fans and the game. I'm sorry, but like, there's other games out there, guys. You guys flip the fuck out. Remake Street Fighter 2 like 10 times, and a bunch of fucking morons are like, oh, feed me the same shit, and you bought the same game over and over. It's like, that's the same kind of people that are into fucking Marvel movies. Like, it's just stupid fucking people. Like, expect more of your content. I hate this fucking movie, and to be honest, for a while, I kind of disliked the fans. You motherfuckers
Never
deserve
actually
this.
seen this movie.
Ooh, oh,
I've actually never seen this movie because I think Street Fighter is a trash franchise.
Thank you so much. I'm glad we agree. We're gonna get shit for this.
I'm sorry. The character designs are kind of cool, but I'm sorry. But how is your main selling point for your video game? The main dude you're gonna sell is the most boring looking motherfucker in the world.
So
That's just
boring.
in a white suit.
Yeah, like 80s wrestler vibes, like Hulk Hogan vibes. Like it's
You're saying that yeah, Mortal Kombat has Liu Kang.
No,
Okay.
he's not the main
No, but
selling
it's not
point.
just him.
Scorpion is.
thank you. And also they don't mind giving.
But he was the main character though. He was the main character though.
Only
When?
the first one.
Yeah, I was about to say, when has he been the main character? He's been the main character in like one game.
Well, no. Well, the first two they're really pushing him. I know. I feel like they were trying to push Raiden in the second one, but I mean, we'll say Liu Kang still.
And then we also got Virtual Fighter 2. They're plain ass main character. The thing is, Street
We're not
Fighter.
talking about Virtual Fighter right now.
Yeah.
Still, I'm just saying we're talking about plain ass main characters. And the thing is, Virtual Fighter also had a plain ass main character. You should go after them. But the thing is, with Street Fighter, Ryu actually looks cool. He's plain,
No, he
but then he
doesn't.
also got his fucking feet.
That's the only reason you give a
I
shit.
wish
That's the
someone
only
would try
reason
to
you
come
give
for
a
his
shit,
fucking
Jack.
feet. And not only that, in the new game that's coming up, you can also see his bulbs too.
For real?
Check fucking mate.
That's the only reason she gives a shit, by the way. It's because he has feet pics.
I hate this.
And bulbs.
We're moving on, but yeah, Street Fighter, and yeah, once again, like that will be a fun.
All the
review
other
if we
main
ever end up doing
characters wish they could.
Yeah, they wish they're in a different movie. Moving on.
You know what's, oh my god, Mauricio, I just realized he just said Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Me and Jet did not put Mortal Kombat Annihilation on our list because there are way worse ones, man.
So over here though, they're saying let's not forget that dipshit Cole Young from Mortal Kombat 2 and 2.
I like Annihilation.
I actually I liked Annihilation.
No,
as well.
fuck both of you.
Yeah, but this one, my next one, we already talked about this earlier, Monster Hunter. The reason why I was so mad about this is essentially because I'm a big Monster Man movie guy, and I wasn't looking forward to this because of video games. That's why, I had the argument earlier about how this is not really about video game adaptations. They're not, like, basing this list on adaptations, is video game movies. And for me, it's like, yeah, we know what Paul W.S. Anderson was doing. This was not based on the video game. He's going to do his own shit. And you know what? I'm for it. Give me some big monster fights. I don't give a fuck if it's like the game. I don't even like Monster Hunter that much. It's just like playing it. But let's see what you got. And it still sucked. The fights were terrible. The weapons were terrible. The jokes were bad. No one was good at acting. It looked cheap. Like, what the fuck were you doing?
Cheap. What was this, 50 million?
Yeah, but like, then don't make it then. Don't make it. Just sit home. The fucking shit. Like, dude, especially because this was I think this is before Kong versus Godzilla, and I was like, by the way, I was about to say Skull Island.
I know.
Yeah.
I know you're about. I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, Kong versus Fuck.
Godzilla versus Kong is the name.
Yeah, you're right. It's Godzilla versus Kong. Oh my god, stupid.
That's how you don't fuck yourself up. Just say Godzilla.
Thank you so much. That's a good sheet for that.
This movie cost $60 million.
So it's no wonder it looks like shit. But then just don't make it. What? Like, was he trying to beat somebody else to it? Like he was trying to like race? Like I'll make it first before you.
Actually, he was. Apparently, there was a running. He said it himself. Like there are a bunch of directors that wanted to make a Monster Hunter movie. He just won, mostly because he's like, I can make it for $60 million.
Yeah, no, it's stupid. And it's like some like little boy shit. Like I want to get your first. Ain't gonna be the first one. Like fucking bitch. Yeah, dude. Like this. And by the way, like this ruined a chance for somebody else to come because they know they're gonna have the memory of the stink that Monster Hunter left in its mouth. No one's gonna fucking be down for Monster Hunter 2 or somebody else to take Monster Hunter. You're gonna have to wait another 10 years before that's.
Not necessarily. I mean, we've seen situations where it's like it's gonna be a while. I'd say honestly, then the next time they release a console Monster Hunter, we'll probably hear talks about this again.
Maybe we'll see. It's already been 4 years since Monster Hunter World came out, which is surprising. But anyways, moving on. My number 3 least favorite video game movie of all time, Assassin's fucking Creed. You sound like you're that guy.
I forgot this movie existed.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought this was gonna be on your list.
I forgot. I legitimately forgot it existed.
Well, that's a review in itself, to be honest. Like, yeah, this movie.
I have the Assassin's Creed fucking shit in view, like right above me.
So me, just to give you guys a little bit of history of me, because I mean, obviously Alan likes the shit. I don't want to like go too much in that discussion because I don't want to insult him. But me personally, I hate the Assassin's Creed franchise. I think that they rip people off continuously. I think they give you the exact same game continuously. I think that they become lesser and lesser as the games continue. And I think that all it has is pretty graphics, and sometimes not even that. So, you know, when this movie was coming out, I was completely uninterested in just whatever. And keep in mind, people, that I'm fully self-aware that I'm a dick. And that when I don't like something, I just talk shit. And then, you know, maybe some of the stuff I say is right, and I do think that it matters that even 60% of the shit I say is correct, but there's 40% of me talking shit. And then I get this movie that came out and just made everything I said mean that much more. Because this movie, it's not that it was dumb or that like it's bad writing. It just wasn't writing. It was just like, it's like the movie just happened. It was like, oh shit, we gotta make a movie out of this. How? Put them in the fucking thing and just have them fight people. Like, what the fuck? Did they play the game?
No, they didn't. Oh my god, no, they didn't. If you give me permission, can I go like 10, like just a little bit into this movie? Because this is how you know they immediately fuck it up. Because the first thing you learn in Assassin's Creed 1 is the main character asks, hey, how come everyone speaks English? And the game translates it into your basic language. That is in the first game, that is lore. That's why everyone speaks English inside the Animus, even though it's in like, you know, 600-700 years ago, and language would change even if they're different countries. Like, no, the Animus translates it. The first thing that happens in this movie, they're speaking Spanish. I'm like, okay, they fucking did not read a single thing in this game because they're supposed to be speaking.
Keep in mind, the way Alan's saying about the video game, it happens the first 10 minutes of the video game. So it's like you would have to play the first 1% of the game, and you have learned not to do that in the fucking movie. But they fucked that up at the first % of the game. It's like, yeah. Continue. I'm sorry.
The second part of it, to continue that, they didn't play the fucking video games. So, when you the Assassin's Creed is the Matrix with cooler outfits. You go into the simulation, and it's a simulation. That's the whole thing. You go into the simulation, and the reason it's kind of cooler than the Matrix is because if you die in the Animus, don't worry about it. Just reload the fucking checkpoint. It's literally a video game inside of a video game. What happens in here? We're gonna strap you up to this fucking weird thing, and you're gonna be crawling around for some fucking reason.
Why did it look like that, by the way? Is that like in the sequel, the way the Animus looks? Because it doesn't look like that in the first game.
It literally doesn't look like that it never looked like that until the last game that just came out. But that's a very specific thing that they just added to the franchise like a decade after this movie came out, and there's no way referencing it. And when he does die in there, he almost dies in real life. That literally, this isn't Assassin's Creed anymore. This is just a Matrix with shitty writing.
No, it's our gamer when they respawn.
Oh god.
Yeah. Stupid.
Well, gamer, they really died. Like straight people were dying now.
Yeah. I hate this fucking movie. I really, really do. And more so than anything, too, I hate the marketing of this. We won't get into that, but it's like the fucking marketing to even know who to sell this to. They're trying to sell this to people who play NBA 2K fucking 18 or whatever. Dumb as fuck. I hate this fucking
do you remember
movie.
the trailer?
No, like, I'm a god. My name's
Yeah.
God. I'm a game god. It's like, who the fuck thinks of Kanye West when playing Assassin's Creed? Not one motherfucker. Ugh. Like, and that's important, man. Marketing's important because that same team is a team that's, deciding together with the rest of the team who actually works on the real movie of, like, what the feel's going to be. So the fact that they're like Kanye West, I'm like, oh my god. Like, this movie is going to be shit.
Bro, that was a weird year because Power Rangers also had a Kanye West song, and I think Wolf of Wall Street came out the same year.
Yeah.
And all three of them had Kanye West songs.
Unfucking believable. Yeah. I hate this movie. Moving
Oh,
on.
fuck.
Double Dragon is my second least favorite fucking video game movie of all time. And here's the thing. So we're talking about least favorites, and the reason why I worded it that way is because it's up to our opinion whether it's bad or not. It's up to our opinion that a movie is even a video game movie at all. Because, like, I put war games and whatever. Rampage can be another one of those that we can discuss. But I'm looking at something like this though, and it's like, this movie as a film might be in my top 10 worst movies ever made in general. Like, is objective. Like, if you don't think this movie sucks, then we should not talk about movies. Just to put that out there. This movie is fucking horrible. They took a simple storyline of two characters going to save some girl before her fucking clothes come off at the end of an NES game and turned into this crazy movie about the post-apocalyptic world and yet tech that's like way more advanced than like modern day 90s fucking tech. I mean, every bit of video dialogue that happens in there, like, because there's this bad guy who talks through like a machine or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna take over, and typical villain shit like we see in comic movies, like, I'm gonna take over the world, and the world's a big piece of fiery shit. It's gone, the world's over, and he's like, I'm gonna take over the world, and then anytime he's talking shit, it's in a GIF. Dude, they couldn't even record more than 5 seconds at a time. To the part
What?
yeah, it's a gift, a verbal gift too, like an audible gift. Like, there's a part where he's like, "I'm gonna destroy you," and like he's gonna destroy it. And then back and he's like, "Uh huh."
They're trying to make it like the video game cutscene where it just comes in and it's a text box and then the person just pops out.
Yeah, because here's the thing. The reason why that started in my head is because that's a Nostalgia Critic video. I watched Nostalgia Critic back in like 2010, and he reviewed this alongside Mortal Kombat and a bunch of other ones. And he was freaking about Annihilation and freaking out about MK and all that stuff. But with this movie, I was like, well, let me watch this then because I like Annihilation and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if he's being funny or not. But watching this, I was like, how did he not go more off in this movie? I mean, that scene is literally like that. He's like, and keeps doing that shit. They got scenes where people are karate, whatever, and the sounds like, like this fakest, silliest, dumbest shit. They kick people, and the feet don't even connect, and someone goes flying, like, through a bunch of bookshelves, yet the next scene, someone gets hit, and they're like, ah. It's like, wait, so why do you have superpowers in your kicks, and you're a regular guy, and then all of a sudden you get socked in the face, and it's like, ow, surface level, ooh, owie, the movie has to continue on with me being in danger, Fucking awful. I hate this fucking movie, and more so than anything, it's like, these corporate fucking people take advantage of dumbass nerds where they're like, hey, like, they bought Mortal Kombat, they bought Super Mario Brothers, they did all this other shit, so let's give them just a random video game. Like, why would Double Dragon be a video game or be a movie?
Why should that ever be hard though? Because like, yeah, you just have two brothers that are trying to rescue somebody. Okay, what do you do in between? Punch a bunch of dudes. That's like every action movie ever made. It's just, again,
true, but like that's like what was that movie with there's a character, or not, I'm saying movie. What's that video game on NES where a character just walks and goes and then keeps walking and then keeps walking and the screen just follows him? It's a karate game. It's like, oh fuck, man.
There's a lot of those, unfortunately. Like that was an entire genre back on the NES.
God damn though. Karate. No, not Karate Kid. That's the fucking Karate Kid. Kung Fu. That's it. Kung Fu, I think it's called.
Sure.
It's really famous.
Pao.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Kung Pao. No, it's not Kung Pao.
But again, you bring up a really interesting thing because, like, it's trends. Everyone likes to talk about, oh, there's no originality nowadays. No, you're just only paying attention to it nowadays. Back when Mortal Kombat came out, everyone's like, oh shit, what's the next one? Because Street Fighter happened, everyone's like, what the fuck? Then
Street Fighter was before Mortal Kombat. You said that yesterday. I didn't want to be mean, but yeah, Street Fighter came out.
No, I literally thought they came out like around the same time. But yeah, so one comes out and one comes out that's great. As soon as something comes out that's great, everyone is just they're doing it as fast and as cheap as possible just to get it out, because back in the day, back in the 90s, brand recognition was more powerful than it was now. As long as you just had a brand, you would get people in even if they didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, but no, man, and the biggest thing about this that I get frustrated about is like this is happening now with the Netflix stuff. Like I love
Yeah.
Castlevania more than the next guy, or, as much as the next guy. I think that's an amazing
Sure.
anime and it's a great video game adaptation, blah blah blah. But the idea that they had that same guy potentially making the Legend of Zelda series, I'm like, probably not the best idea. And then like they made Warcraft a few years ago, which was fine for what it was, but it's
I
like
like that.
something as huge as World of Warcraft deserves a show and deserves a bunch of other shit. Don't give it a movie just because whatever. And also like shit that should be a movie, don't give it a show because whatever. Witcher should not be a show in my opinion. I think that there's not enough shit going on that's interesting, and they're spending so much time like filming it and adding all this stuff to it. It's like you could tell that story in about an hour and a half. Why is Witcher getting the show?
Ooh, I fundamentally disagree with you. Witcher has to be a show because if that was a movie, oh my god, that like you could not. There's more going on in 30 minutes in that episode than in Lord of the Rings movies, not the extended edition. Because like it is incredibly dense. Like it's one of the densest TV shows. That's why it's taking me so long to get through it because you might as well be reading a book when you're watching that. But like there are a situation where nowadays we're starting to get to the point where it's like television are getting big enough budgets to be able to tell those stories. 15 years ago, Witcher would have been a movie. They would have been like, we're gonna do the next Lord of the Rings, It would have been PG-13 and it would have been Tom Cruise in the role or some shit.
Yeah, no, you're right. But yeah, I don't know. I fucking hate Double Dragon. That's all I was gonna say. Just overall, it is what it is. And Jet, I don't know why, but something tells me that you're gonna end up wanting to watch this movie in the future just because it's so bad. Like if you're able to give Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li a chance to even watch it, like Jet, why do I expect you might actually? Be
I would
okay
give
with
it a
this?
chance because I would give it a chance because like it was on TV and I was channel surfing. It's just
What?
I'm not gonna go out of my way and just watch this.
Also,
Yeah.
why does the dude there look like Ralph Macchio? Because I keep thinking that's
Yeah,
like
he does
Karate
look
Kid.
like him, huh?
Who?
The guy in blue looks like looks like how the
Karate Kid
Karate
guy.
Kid looks now.
Yeah. No, he really
Uh,
does.
But I want to point out, you want Double Dragon? Just go watch season 3 of Cobra Kai. That's just Double Dragon.
So I'm gonna pull a Corey Cohen really quick, guys.
What's up?
Tie time. There's only one reason why there's a tie time. Because I was making these last minute, and there's a movie. I don't know why. Well, here's what happened. Just like you, I was thinking not to put anime movies on here, but then I was like, there's no way I can't do this
Oh,
list.
I know what you're gonna put on there.
Yeah, and when I was making my best stuff, I was like, there's no way I can't put Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge. It's the most amazing fucking thing I've ever seen. Like, I love it. I love Scorpion's Revenge. On that same note, man, that Battle of the Realms last year.
Oh my god, bro. I think you texted me when you were 20 minutes in that movie, and I'm like, oh no, maybe it won't be so bad. We disagree on everything. And I got that point. I'm like, oh no, oh no, you can tell this is
Yeah.
bad in like the first 5 minutes.
This movie is fucking horrible. And, dude, does not make sense. Confusing as fuck. I mean, explodes you with Mortal Kombat information and characters and all this bullshit. Jokes that don't land. And this is the same people, same writers, same voice actors in the first one. I don't know what the did
See,
they.
here's the thing. They knew it was bad, so that's why they added Shaggy at the beginning, so you'd forgive them.
I guess
No.
so. Yeah, like
Bro,
it was like
there's
what
a
the
scene.
fuck.
There's a scene in which they brutally murder one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters, like Kung Lao. Again, I was gonna say Kung Pao. Jesus
Kung
fucking
Pao?
Christ.
Yeah,
I'm
Kung
about to
Pao.
say They brutally murder him, like cut him in half with his own thing, and he's in pieces, like bloody everywhere, getting like fucking taken out on a stretcher. And when he goes to Liu Kang, he died well. Motherfucker, what?
And what kind of comment? Is like, am I supposed to laugh?
I don't know, bro. Like this movie is literally 2 different movies. It's like this entire thing is like it's Scorpion's side quest because Scorpion is the entire thing. He gets this like medallion that's supposed to be used to unlock the dragon or whatever the fuck, the Kamadogu, whatever his name was. And his entire thing is just keep running. I'm like, okay, that's a decent story. Keep him on the run. He has to fight people. That's cool. Well, Raiden and the rest of Earthrealm are fighting Shao Kahn. Now, at what point those meet? And I'm thinking, oh, hey, Raiden, why don't you ask Scorpion to help you? That way you can protect him from all the crazy shit that's about to happen, but then he's also a good fighter and he can help you with the tournament. Raiden just goes, hey, go over there. Go do your own movie while I do my movie. I'm like, fucking okay, I guess.
Yeah, unfucking believable. But yeah, it's not my number one because it was going to be your number one, and it should be my number one, but I didn't officialize it by making a Photoshop. So I'm going to actually tell you what my number one is. My number one, as I pull this up, please work. Okay, taking
Double
out Double
Dragon again.
No. My number one is Super Mario Brothers movie.
What?
This
no,
is the
worse.
because
No.
I can't believe
Even-
we've done this.
Because even when talking about Mortal Kombat Battle of the Realms, there was at least interesting fight scenes. There was blood. And these characters might be good because of something else that built them up, like a whole fucking 3 decades of video game storytelling or other movies. Super Mario Brothers is fucking so bad, and it pulls some nostalgia, twirl and you fucking morons who like this movie, that you guys can actually sit here and talk about this, and yet this wasn't your number one. How the fuck does Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li beat
Have you
this
seen
as your
it?
number one?
Have you,
I
Yeah,
have not.
have you seen that? Have you seen that garbage?
I haven't.
Nick,
but
no,
the-
fuck you. Go watch the scene with the pregnant woman in the cave.
I
and
did.
Tell me it's not the worst
No,
piece of shit of all time.
I know I did that, and it was awful because I had to get that clip for Corey. And I actually, dude, honestly, I was about to censor it because I was like, this looks like, because the way it takes over the whole screen, and it looks like a titty. I thought it was a big ass titty, but it's really just like this thingy on her belly, and he's just like, oh, I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, I saw that scene like 3 times because I couldn't believe what I was seeing and had to keep playing it.
That's the worst. Like, and that scene itself is like the worst part of the entire fucking movie. That movie is still bad. At least in Mario Brothers, it's a bad adaptation, but it's still fun as hell. Mostly because it's crazy. Every single scene in that movie is like, yo, what crazy bullshit's gonna happen next?
But more so, and I have not seen Silent Hill Revelations. I've seen a lot of it. I thought the movie sucked, but I actually thought the first Silent Hill was kind of bad too. I liked it, but there was things wrong with it. It's just like, I don't know. I wasn't really
I
good.
kind of want to watch it only because visually they nail it, but apparently it's really boring.
Yeah, but a big thing about the Super Mario Brothers thing I want to bring up too, and this is something that pissed me off like 10 years ago when I found this out. But does the name Ed Sullivan ring a bell to you? As a writer.
A little bit. Why would he do?
Well, he worked on this. He wrote Super Mario Brothers, but he also, as I'm going to pull up right now, he did Men in Black and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Now You See Me Too and Levity and all these things that take
Wait,
someone.
this man had a career?
Yeah, he had a career. And the thing is, like, this guy can actually be considered a clever person. So what the fuck were you doing with Mario Brothers? It's almost
You know
like
what?
as if
You know what? I think you need to get up, open the door.
it's time to do the dinosaur.
What?
Open the door, get on the floor, everybody walk the dinosaur. Maybe you'll calm down a little bit.
Wait, you're the one who likes Super Mario Brothers, man. You don't remember that song? That's the theme song, bro.
No.
Get on up, get up off the floor. Time to.
Why do
the
you know it
dinosaur.
so well?
That song's a Bopasaurus
Maybe it's secretly
Rex.
your favorite
I'll
movie.
walk the dinosaur.
Yo, Alan, after the show, I gotta show you that.
Oh, you were gonna watch the Super Mario Bros. Movie afterwards? Okay.
No, the song.
Jet, you down?
fucking Asshole. No,
You
I'm
can
not
force him
watching-
to do anything. Jet, let's watch the Super Mario Bros. Movie after this. fucking
Hey,
show.
Go once, go twice, go 3 times.
The fact that he literally put this as number one makes me so mad that I might just commission it. I literally might just pay $5 for him to watch the Human Centipede.
Oh hell no!
Jesus
Hell
Christ.
fucking no! No, that's too much. Anyone that likes the Human Centipede needs to be on the watch list.
Hey, you hear that, relative of Jets?
I
Yeah.
said what I said.
No,
The fuck
I
did I
agree
do?
with you. No, I agree with you. Yeah, that's fucking weird, dude. It's weird.
Who are you talking to?
You know what I'm talking
That's a
to.
good fucking question.
I'll tell you
I have
after
no
the
idea.
show. But you know what I'm talking to, Jet.
Because if you're talking about the person I think you're talking about, they hate the Human Centipede.
Well, I heard them bring it up one time. They're like, so you guys do bit bounty or reviews, right? And what about Human Centipede? Someone paid for that. You gotta watch that. And I was like, fuck, man, please don't go where I think you're going with
Why'd
this.
you bring it up then?
No, I didn't bring it up. He
Oh,
just-
Jet did. Yeah, Jet did. Why the fuck are you bringing that up? You know
I
how
don't
this
think she
works.
brought that up. I think he just watched the show and he was like, oh, so you guys do that.
No, because the movie's literally so disgusting. It's like, yeah, someone could literally just pay and have us watch that shit.
Yeah,
No.
fucking awful, dude.
I
Awful.
will quit the chat attack. I will give Ganja my fucking shirts. He can fucking.
Well, he won't
wear
be around
that.
here to get it. Sorry, he's been gone for 2 weeks. That was a good. You gotta be honest. That was a pretty good comeback to that fucking statement. Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that's so funny. Ha, Ganja, you're not around.
Well, hey, I ain't killing like Jed did. She was like, "Oh, rest in peace."
That's fair.
Fuck it.
Well, I mean, you guys can't even pretending that he's basically gonna come back, but he's dead.
I mean, he should be based on how he lives his life, but he's still alive.
Bill Cosby. Bill Casey. That's the second
Bill
time
Cosby.
I fucking accidentally said that. President Koopa devolving, everyone hits different nowadays. Yeah, pretty much. It was actually, I mean, as a kid, that was kind of scary. But as a kid, I hated this. Little trivia here, and I could have sworn I said this about another movie. So there's like this, and like maybe two other movies I remember doing this for the first time for. Because when you're a kid, especially me, dude, like I was a kid who ate up the media. Like if the commercial says it's good, then oh, it's amazing, whatever.
Sure.
This is the first movie I was like, oh no, this fucking sucks. Like the way it starts off and it's like, and then it's like,
it makes you think.
yeah, that song is like, and now back in Brooklyn when dinosaurs were around. I'm like, what the fuck did this turn into? Like I was watching Mario Brothers. You had the Mario Brothers theme song. Then
He's from Brooklyn. Leave him alone.
And then Bob fucking Haskins. His fat, old, balding fucking ass, like, walking around like, I'm gonna be the main star of the movie.
I mean...
The fuck? What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, okay. Would you rather him wear a fucking toupee?
Yes!
So
George Costanza does it, Jason Alexander. Oh, why didn't they use Jason Alexander from Seinfeld? That would have been fucking great. George Costanza as Mario, and he's like, oh, God, Jerry, you fucking dinosaur.
The reason Mario wears a hat is because the artist for Mario is really bad at drawing hair, so put just a hat on the character so you don't have to worry about it. So Bob Hoskins being balding is actually really accurate to the character.
He's a fucking plumber. Who cares the accuracy?
Yeah.
Make the movie.
What do you mean? Accuracy to a plumber, dude? How many plumbers do you know that have gorgeous long hair?
A lot, actually. To be honest, dude, yeah. Like the old 1990s aesthetic of every plumber has plumber crack is like, oh, like it's not like that.
No, that's true. They're gonna have plumber crack. They got to bend down a lot.
Well, yeah, but they're not.
This was also in the no. They had overalls in this movie, so no ass crack.
The thing is, though, is like when looking at a movie like this too, one thing that frustrates me as well, and it keeps reminding me how much I hate this movie and hate the fans of this movie, is that last year everyone's like, oh God, Chris Pratt, you're gonna have him be Mario? You're gonna fucking... I'm like, they could have fucking got, like, David Spade's kid to play fucking Mario, and it still wouldn't be as ridiculously fucking stupid as Bob Haskins and John Leguizamo as these characters.
Well,
and you guys are gonna get mad at the animated movie. You're gonna get mad because they don't have the voice actor. Like, I'm sorry, but you got the voice actor in 1,000 fucking bad Mario games. Go play Mario 64 and lie to yourself that that's good, and go, oh, I'm so jolly because he's like, hey, press start to my big fat nose. That
movie's spectacular and redefined the entire industry. But the
redefine
is,
what the fuck did
the 64 redefined the entire industry. Like, and Mario 64 itself is still 64.
Shut the fuck out, you. Shut the.
I mean, you could keep trying to grab whatever you think you're grabbing and enjoy yourself, but the difference is an animated movie means we're gonna get the character look, but we're gonna get somebody else behind the voice. When it comes to live action, we're gonna get someone that kind of looks like him. At the time, like, yeah, Bob Hoskins kind of look like an older Mario. Yeah, we can kind of roll with this.
Why older? Why older Mario? Wait, I don't want to see Mario old. Can we see when he starts off and he's all bouncy and shit? Bob Hoskins, if he jumped up on a fucking counter, he'd break his fucking back. He'd be like, oh shit. Fuck, god damn.
That movie would have been hilarious then. By the way, they actually do plumbing in this movie.
They gave them fucking...
They actually do plumbing. They've never done plumbing in a Mario game, ever. Like, he goes through pipes and shit.
But he never, like, Hotel Mario?
I don't know. Who played Hotel Mario?
See, this is your problem. I don't know what's up with you in
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying who played it.
No, but you've been associated with CDI Phillips, or Philips CDI. You don't play the best Zelda games on there.
They're the worst.
You don't play,
literally the worst.
They're not. Wando Gamelon did a lot more than
they're so bad that Nintendo refused to acknowledge their existence.
Nintendo refuses to admit that they got perverts over there looking up dress skirts just like Activision. You know, people lie. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is...
What?
I just think...
Is that really what you're going with? I don't know what you want me to say to that.
I mean, there's a whole studio over in Japan that literally makes games about sexually assaulting women and like.
Yeah, it's called Team Ninja.
Okay, I don't even know anything that far. I'm just talking shit, to be honest. But no, Mario Brothers. Yeah, overall, I'm just gonna say the fans don't know what the fuck they want, and the fact that you guys can still say that you enjoy this to some extent, whether it's ironic, not ironic, just want to have fun, you're gonna get what you deserve. When that Illumination Mario comes out and that shit sucks and you get upset because you're a fucking nerd.
Actually, it might be pretty good, honestly.
And hopefully it is. And I think it can be. I if I were to bet, I'm gonna bet that's gonna be good. But let's just say it's not, and you fucking nerds get all upset and you're like, oh mom, they're being not my favorite thing up there in the real world or whatever. It's like, know that you're never gonna get pussy. okay? And you're a fucking loser. And when you let them walk all over you, these corporate people, when they make shitty shit fucking movies, and you sit there and go, oh, give me more nostalgia, and you keep doing that shit, it's your fault when this shit sucks. Just like how it's your fault when you get the same Marvel movie, they decide to give you Eternals and said, superheroes, and they just shit all over your face, and you're like, I don't know why this movie sucks. Because you've been saying yes to this shit for 20 fucking years. So when you get shit like Double Dragon, Super Mario Brothers, blah, 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 and you just had to pick out the few, like, I guess Mario was good. Yeah, I like that. Oh, that's really good. I'm just gonna, there we go. Like, you're the reason why shit sucks. Just saying. So
No.
I'm just
Yeah,
sitting here eating fucking radishes. What the fuck did I do?
You
Not
know,
you
like
guys.
you're blaming everyone for decisions that were made by people that generally don't listen to the fans. That's the biggest problem with how.
Why should they listen? You guys were okay with Bob Hoskins.
What do you? No, what are you talking? You acting like they just surveyed everyone and picked Bob Hoskins. They picked Bob Hoskins because he was a big actor at the time. And the last thing, like, when did Who Framed Roger Rabbit come out?
10 years before? He wasn't.
So
big
yeah,
at
he
the
was
time.
a big name that could sell to kids. So like, okay, he's popular as hell. Let's put him into this fucking movie. They picked Chris Pratt because of Lego Movie. That's
Okay,
why
Alan,
Chris Pratt is in this because of Lego Movie.
I'm gonna go back in the 90s really quick. I can totally fix this whole thing and make it a good movie. Just one casting choice. Nicolas Cage. He's balding. He can jump.
That's who?
As who? As Bowser? You might have.
No, as Mario, dude.
What?
You want to see Mario? Or you want to see Nicolas Cage as Mario? Like, oh man, I gotta get fucking
No.
shrooms, bro. I gotta get some fucking shrooms. Like,
No,
that'd be
because then it
fucking
just turns
great.
into train spotting.
Okay, that's pretty good. All
Nicolas
right.
Cage is a. Oh, sorry, can I go on a rant? Nicolas Cage is a bad actor. He's always been a bad actor.
Yeah,
I don't
he is.
care if he won an Oscar for The Rock or whatever fucking movie he won. I swear to fucking God, this man has been in the worst movies of all time consistently, and the only time anyone's ever enjoyed him is to laugh at him. And then suddenly he's gotten this resurgence for some fucking reason. Now he's in every goddamn fucking movie that's ever fucking existed, including a movie that's just, hey, The Fanatic was good. You want to just fucking do that again, but make it a fantasy? Because he's doing a movie where he plays himself and a crazy fan's involved. So fuck it, we're doing that shit again. But he keeps getting roles in movies. He's bad at his job. Why does he keep getting roles?
I mean, I don't know. I actually really have no idea because I think he sucks too. I'm right with you. But I think at the time he would have been good for Mario. Better than Bob Hoskins.
No.
My dad would have
That's
been
even
better
worse
at
than
Mario.
Bob Hoskins has a mustache.
I will say, I think the whole Nick Cage thing having a resurgence. No one will get this reference, like in this call or in the chat, but someone out there probably will one of these days. I blame Homestuck for that obsession
Why?
with Nicolas Cage and fucking Con Air.
Con Air's
I
a
know.
good movie. I love Con
I
Air.
know what the fuck you did, Homestuck. I know what the fuck you did. This is
I
partly
know,
your
I know
fucking
what
fault.
Homestuck is, but I don't like Homestuck.
What the fuck is Homestuck?
It was a weird-
Exactly. That's the right question.
I just happen to know what it is. But look, I liked Con Air. It was fun.
Anyways, well, that's gonna be it for today, guys.
You Homestuck. You know what you did.
You know what? I'm with her. Yeah, fuck Homestuck, and also fuck Mario Brothers, because that is my #1 least favorite video game movie of all time. And to be honest, objectively too, I think it has to be at least #2 on the list of the worst video game movies of all time. Like even adaptations. Like
Bro,
I mean,
you brought up like 3 other ones on this list that are way worse in every way.
I don't know. Well, you know, hey, to each their own. Fuck you.
Like you didn't put Legend of Chun-Li on your list.
I've never seen it though. It probably would have been on my list if I would have seen it, but I only saw scenes, and I saw a bunch of stuff when I was doing clips
That's
yesterday.
enough. What?
You
Like,
gotta
what
watch
are the
whole
clips
movie,
that you
man.
saw?
You gotta watch the whole movie, bro. Yeah, I can't.
What
I can't be.
no, but
lying.
what are the clips that you saw going, yeah, I can get better from you. It can only go up.
I mean, none, but like I will say that like I it's like a whole comfort thing. I gotta see the movie first. I can't be talking
That's
shit.
fair. That's fair, but like, no, you don't. I'll tell you, you don't.
Because the biggest thing is like I will see things. Because like keep in mind, I'm not gonna like go on my way to be contrarian to whatever the fuck, but like I will look at it in a way of like, okay, everyone has said this and then this, so I already know that. I already know that it's stupid and they do a Hadouken out of nowhere and all this dumb shit. So like, where in this movie is there something there? So I haven't seen enough of the movie to see if there is anything there. Because I gotta tell you, Dragon Ball Evolution, there's a couple things in there where I'm like, you know what? Like this could have been okay if it just took out like a lot of the other dumb crazy shit and made the movie just a tiny bit shorter and not went so crazy with those fucking rings or the balls. They keep talking about Dragon Balls. I never knew, by the way, that Dragon Ball was about getting Dragon Balls. I thought like a ball as in ball of fire, like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't know like they're collecting Dragon Balls. So that whole movie, an hour and a half, is like, we gotta get balls. It was like Mr. Bucket again. Like, no, I'm Mr. Bucket. Oh, get the balls. Yeah.
No. And the movie's an hour and 40 minutes. How could you make that shorter?
10 minutes would make it different. And I mean, obviously make a different movie too. You know, it's not the only thing that's gonna fix it, but like.
Why is it called Evolution?
You know what's gonna make it better?
What?
Not
Anything
making it
else?
at all.
Anything else. Like literally, I cannot. Like I saw that in theaters. That and Legend of Chun-Li. They're some of the worst.
Once again, why did you go see that movie?
I had no friends.
That's sad.
There's a time between like high school and before I ended up going there where I had nobody in my life. So,
You know what?
yeah,
I have
watch
a
another
complete
movie.
opposite story. I had friends, and because of them, I had to see Balls of Fury instead of Halloween because one guy wouldn't shut the fuck up and let them
That
know
movie,
what real
that
age
movie
was.
looked terrible. I even have to watch that shit.
No, dude, I was fucking mad because I sat there and he was like, and he was enjoying himself. He bought this fat fuck. He got this whipped cream can, and he's in the movie theater going. I thought he was jacking off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's like, and I got popcorn. We got 2 things of popcorn, like 2 big circular whatever the fucks. And no wonder why I'm the size I am. So we're eating it, sharing it, and passing. We had like 4 of us, right? And he's like, and he gets his fucking popcorn, the one I was sharing with him, and he goes, and shoots the fucking whipped cream on the popcorn, dude.
Is he high?
Who brings whipped cream on a fucking
Yeah.
theater? I think you might have been friends with a serial killer.
That's the
Actually,
first question.
legitimately,
The
yeah.
second one is why would you eat popcorn and whipped cream together?
I do not know. I've never seen it in my entire life. I've never seen it since. I've never even seen it in a comedy movie. This crazy
Are you
fuck.
sure that was real? Are you,
No,
are
it
you
was-
sure
no,
that
it was-
happened?
No, it was real. And then another thing too, he was doing something else, and I forgot. I guess it's like illegal because my friend Brian kept telling him to stop. But he was trying to like, honestly, his name too, Stefan. Stefan was acting.
Yeah, fuck you, Stefan.
Yeah,
There we
no,
go.
seriously, Stefan, you're fucking crazy, dude. Like, if you ever watch this, and he might actually one day. You're nuts. But no, dude. Like,
He's
you gotta do
eating the
something
whipped cream can right now.
No, because I actually remember, like, it was a Rob Zombie movie. It was 2007. We walked over to these particular theaters. It was a place that had a bunch of nostalgic stuff about whatever. So we get there, and he kept saying at the front, and he had this whipped cream and just like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, no, beforehand. This is even before you even got into the place because he bought it from a gas station. I was like, dude, they got food. It's a movie theater. Like, they just wait till we get there. He's like, I want food now. I'm like, we're closer to the movie theater than fine. We'll go to the fucking gas station so you can get. Wait, what are you gonna get? Whipped cream. Oh god damn it! Like,
I think this dude was this dude like sniffing whipped cream or something?
Yes,
because I know
that's what I was about to
okay.
say. He was sniffing whipped cream and he did it in front of a police car. So I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Technically, that is illegal.
Yeah. And my friend Brian's like, dude, stop doing it. It's illegal. And I didn't know what he was doing, so I was like, oh, come on, Brian. I know he's fat, but he ain't that fat. Is it illegal for him to eat whipped cream? He's like, no, he's sniffing it. I'm like, yeah, right.
Because you
What
flip it
the
upside
fuck?
down and like there's somewhere you flip it upside down and
No, you do it
fumes
from the
and
bottom,
something.
apparently.
Oh, it's the bottom, yeah.
Yeah,
something.
I don't even know how that works. I don't even know what I'm talking
There
about.
is a gas in it because it's pressurized, so there is gases in it.
Yeah, and then you
Deep-
start acting stupid afterwards. So obviously you did get some type of high because when we go to the fucking thing, the box office. I know it's like a side everything, but like you go to the thing. And he's like,
I just realized he's doing over there doing fucking whippets.
yeah.
Oh, is that what whippets are?
But he had whipped cream though, like on the other end.
Yeah, like so he was pretending to do whippets in front of the fucking cop car.
Oh really? Okay.
Fucking
I know what a whippet is. I never done drugs or whatever.
It's like helium, isn't it?
I guess.
Yeah, it's basically it's an inhalant that usually it usually looks like a fucking whipped cream canister.
Yeah, so we get to the fucking box office and he's like, "Hey man, isn't Chris gonna see Michael Myers kill a bunch of people when we're all underage?" And I was like, "Hey Stephanie, you know we're at the box office thing, right? Shh, be quiet." And then like Brian would keep going like, "Oh no, well mom and dad are gonna come." And Stephanie's like, "You're talking like we're brothers. We don't have the same mom and dad." He's like, "No, cause dad's coming. Shut the fuck up." Like our guardian will be in here. And the lady's like, well, when your guardian comes, go ahead and let them buy the tickets. I'm like, the movie's about to start in 10 minutes. He's going to be here. Can we just please go inside? And I'm of age. Where's your ID? He's like, he doesn't even have his ID because he's lying. And
Jesus
yeah, we didn't fucking go.
Christ.
Yeah, I went through all this
No,
shit.
y'all didn't jump him?
No, I wanted to. I was about to be, because this is during the time I used to be a crazy person. And I tried to be his ass and Brian stopped me. But yeah, he was like, come on, dude, just move. Don't be his ass. I'm like, what the fuck? I wasted my time because I got in a fight with my dad and everything to get out of my house to get here in the first place. So I went through all this shit. And plus, it's Rob Zombie's Halloween. You know how fucking hyped I was? I love Michael Myers. So we're finally here, and he had to fuck this up. And then the worst part, because at the end I threw my soda at him, so I did kind of hit him, but it didn't hurt that much.
So
But-
my question is, when he put that whipped cream literally actually on the popcorn, now was that actually whipped cream? Are you sure he wasn't just drugging up your fucking popcorn?
No, he was probably doing that, but he was doing it for himself. He wasn't helping me out. He was like, and he started like, he put his hand in it. And it was like,
I only fucking say that because it's like, that motherfucker seems kind of stupid. He might have been off a lot of fucking drugs.
yeah.
I mean, he started off kind of decently normal and then turned into every like side character in a comedy around that time. So yeah.
But the thing is, so we're watching Balls of Fury. It's the worst fucking movie ever. And I'm just sitting there just quiet, like, and Stefan kept saying like, hey, Brian, look. Nick's having a good time in the movie. See how quiet he is? He likes it. He likes it. You like it, huh, Nick? Huh? He's like shaking me and shit. I'm just like,
Oh yeah,
That-
the ping pong movie. Yeah.
yeah. This movie's a piece of shit, dude. So
Dude,
we get to
yeah.
the end of this movie and we walk out, and you know how you do that circular thing where you walk out the auditorium and you're just like talking about the movie afterwards, like, yeah, so that was a thing, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
We walk out and I have a full thing of soda. I couldn't even enjoy the whole time. It got all watery and shit. And I'm just standing there, and he's like, with whipped cream on the side of his face, just a fucking mess, all sweaty. I'm like, how you sweaty in a cold ass fucking room? But we fucking go out, and he's like, hey, so
He's
what'd
on a
you...
lot of drugs.
yeah, and he's like, hey, so what'd you think? What'd you think, bro? And I just got my soda, I just went, and just fucking threw it at his ass. He's like, hey, what are you doing? And then I never fucking went anywhere with him again. So that's my story about me and Stefan. So I don't know how I got into that.
Nicolas Cage is somehow involved in this.
Oh, you know what? We brought up Balls of Fury, I think, at some point. Yeah. That was
Oh,
the worst
yeah.
fucking movie ever.
Never. I saw that. I was like, there's a kind of funny scene in the trailer where instead of hitting flies, he's hitting wasps, and I kind of found that funny. But the movie itself looked fucking terrible, so I never watched it.
What's Balls of Fury again? I feel
It's
like
this
I've
ping
seen
pong
it. But...
tournament movie, and
With
the
Christopher
dude-
Walken in it.
Yeah, and then the main guy, does he not look like Nacho Libre? Like, he looks like a wannabe Nacho Libre character thing.
I don't know.
Honestly, when you guys were saying Balls of Fury, I thought you guys were talking about that one dodgeball movie from the 2000s.
No,
No.
that's just called Dodgeball.
Yeah, great title. You,
Hey,
you
hey,
never have
get-
to wonder, like, is it called Dodgeball? Is it called, like, no, it's, what happens in it? Dodgeball?
I've also never seen that movie, but I quoted that
You
movie for like 10 years.
Dude, you should watch it, and you're in it. So that's always nice.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I won't watch it.
Man, stop being an asshole.
Fucking hate that dude!
The movie's great, though. You would really like that movie.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Anyways, tell people where to find you, man. Which we call it, because here's the thing: is like I really owe you to tell you now, because today is usually your day off, and you came over here because I fucked up yesterday. So I appreciate that, Alan. And
Yes.
yeah, tell people, take your time with it. Tell people about your Twitch.
I never take my time with anything.
You're stupid.
Yes, I am. Anyway, basically, because the circumstances in life and job and work and stuff like that, I'm gonna basically stream as long as fucking possible tomorrow just to see how that works. Either my computer will explode, I'll explode, something will explode. And I'll be playing Dead Space 1. I'm gonna basically try to play until I complete it. I'm on chapter 7 right now. I'm pretty sure I can get through the game in one sitting. That is the plan for tomorrow. Yeah, play Smash Bros a little bit, but I'm basically just gonna be going and just seeing how long I can go. I don't think I'm gonna do a 12-hour stream. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. But if I can go 7-8 hours, yeah, we can go from there.
Yeah, man. Well, it's gonna be cool as fuck to see you try to do that. I'll be in there fucking with you probably. But people, with that said, though, we out of
Can't
here.
wait to ban you.
Yeah, it's not the only place that I'm banned from. So yeah, go ahead. People, with that said, why is my thing always leaving all the scenes like together like that? That's frustrating.
Kind of got so used to it.
I know. It sucks. It's bad. People, sorry, but love y'all. Stay toasty. Big farts. And you stink. Bye bye.